G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website kangaroocourtofaustralia.com. Now, I published an article today titled Ex-commando Heston Russell, who perjured himself in the federal court, wins $412,000 compensation and defamation case. And the old media reporting that like he's had a big win, but if you have a look at some of the facts behind it, especially the perjury part, well, it's not as big a win as you might think. And in fact, later down the track, he might reflect back on it and say, well, it actually did a lot of damage to him in his position. Now, I'll read you out the full article, but before I do, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and notification button, and make sure you share this video on social media and help shine a light on corruption. Now, the article starts off, Federal Judge Michael Lee on Tuesday the 24th of October 2023 awarded ex-commando Heston Russell $412,000 compensation in his defamation case against ABC. But at the same time, he found Heston Russell gave deliberately false evidence. It would have to be very rare that someone who was found to be a perjurer walks away with a fistful of dollars in a defamation case. But the whole case is strange, as the ABC should have settled long ago. Heston Russell walks away with $412,000 cash, but with his reputation, there's probably more damage than if he hadn't instituted the case. And he was even exposed for selling a pornographic picture of himself on the internet. To top it off, the ABC agreed to pay Heston Russell some of the costs on an indemnity basis, which is a higher rate than normal. But it gets worse. Justice Lee acknowledged both parties consented to the costs on an indemnity basis after that date, but said he would have made different orders but for that consent. And he's quoted as saying, "I made a finding that Mr. Russell gave deliberately false evidence to the court." He said, "It is obvious but worth remarking that it is fundamental to just resolution of disputes. The witness tells the truth." Last week, Justice Lee said, "No party emerges from this case without criticism." The biggest issue possibly facing Heston Campbell is that the platoon he commanded was reported in 2019 to be under investigation for war crimes. The SMH, the Sydney Morning Herald, reported in 2019 one summary execution being investigated by the Brereton Inquiry was carried out by a member of the Commando's November platoon during an operation in southern Afghanistan. On October 3, 2012, the commando has confessed that he shot the detained Afghan man in the back of the head, according to documents detailing his admissions. The confession suggests that other detainees were killed in the same manner and that other commandos had participated in a summary execution. Various members of the platoon also carried out orders to get rid of prisoners by shooting them, says one document outlining the confession, which has been filed with lawyers. The soldier who unlawfully killed a detainee on October 3, 2012, also disclosed a more senior commando directed him to take the prisoner and get rid of them in a discreet location, the commando said. He was told it was okay because he was a bad guy. The commando has confessed that he subsequently executed with his pistol the prisoner, whom he describes as an innocent man. Click here to read more, so you can click there and read the full article. Given the above, Heston Russell's Commando's November platoon is almost certain to still be under investigation for war crimes, and having a judge say, "I made a finding that Mr. Russell gave deliberately false evidence to the court," which is a definition of perjury, won't be helpful if Heston Russell is called to give evidence regarding alleged war crimes. Now, the defamation case that Heston Russell has won is reported as the Australian former Army commando was defamed in reports alleging members of the platoon he led in Afghanistan executed a prisoner because a detainee would not fit on a helicopter. The allegation came via a US Marine who heard a pop over the radio in mid-2012, followed by the advice that there would be 6 prisoners on board, not 7. The claim was published in October 2020 and revived in November 2021 when the ABC reported the Department of Defence had confirmed a criminal investigation into the November platoon, which the department later disputed. And you can click there and read the article. Now, the ABC should have settled. In December 2021, the ABC Media Watch show published the below video, which made it obvious that ABC had a weak case in Heston Russell's defamation case, yet the ABC didn't settle. And you can watch the ABC Media Watch show, which I embedded in the article once you go to my website. Now, Russell's solicitors sent an offer to the ABC lawyers to settle the case for $99,000 plus legal costs and the removal of the articles from publication in September 2022, but the ABC still refused to settle. Now the ABC will have to pay costs for both parties, which will be somewhere around $3 million, whereby if they had settled with Russell in 2022, when he offered $99,000 plus legal costs, it would have been probably a total of $500,000 or less. Now, in relation to the perjury I say in the article, Russell set up an OnlyFans account, and the ABC wrote a story in December 2021 titled "Former Soldier and Values Party Founder Heston Russell Lied About Selling Porn Online While Fundraising for a Veterans Charity." And the article starts off, "A high-profile former soldier who plans to run for the federal parliament sold pornography while fundraising for a veterans charity and lied about it. Australian Values Party founder Heston Russell misled the charity about his use of the website OnlyFans and handed over less than a third of the money he claimed to have raised, according to the charity's staff." The ABC's OnlyFans article, quoted from and linked above, is still on the internet, whereas the ABC was forced to take down the two articles defaming Heston Russell. While giving evidence about the OnlyFans account, Heston Russell was found by Justice Lee to have given deliberately false evidence to the court. The ABC reported regarding Russell's perjured evidence at the trial and said Mr. Russell was questioned about a receipt he sent to ABC journalist Joshua Robertson in relation to another story about a dispute he was having with a veteran charity over money he raised on OnlyFans. He initially agreed it was a genuine invoice, but after the court heard the document had been altered, Mr. Russell conceded it was a replication of the original, claiming he was confused by the question. It was on that basis Justice Lee found Heston Russell gave deliberately false evidence to the court. Now, the ABC should have settled. And I think over time, Heston Russell might reflect back and wish he had never instituted the defamation case in the first place. And I think we'll be hearing more of Heston Russell in the future. In Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media, I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. So please support my Patreon account. I currently have 350 supporters donating $2,244 a month, and I really need to double that to become financially viable. And you can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. And the link for the Patreon account is below this video on YouTube and also on my website. And like I said at the beginning of the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and share this video on social media. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.